Good day, everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to explain and configure data categories. So why do we need data categories, right? Data categories are very useful for the articles. If you wanted to categorize your articles or find and classify them, then you need to have data categories configured, right? So that's what we're going to do today. I do understand that we haven't talked about the articles uh, till now, but that's fine. But I just wanted to get the pre steps to use the articles. So data category is one of the things which you prerequisite, I would say. One of the things which is important to have in place. So what I'll do, I will show you how to configure it and how to add the categories. Right, we're gonna do pretty basic. So the first thing first, you need to log into org, right, and then go to the setup by using gecko icon. And then under quick find, just look for data categories, right? So I'm gonna go under data category setup, yeah, and then I will do. Right now I got none, right? So what I'll do, I'll just give it. You need to categorize. So the way it works, right? First of all, you need to put a main category name, and under that you have categories, right? So I'll show you what I'll say. Knowledge knowledge base, yeah. So this is a KB base, the knowledge base. So I'll save it, yeah. And now once you save it, you have an option to add the category. So I will say uh, FAQ, right? And then uh, how to, right? Not how to, installation, right? So, or installation, not installation. I would say to instructions, right? So just say instructions. I'm just adding a dummy categories, right? It depends, the categories, what you wanted to do. So I can say, if you are selling, say, solar panels, you can say solar panel knowledge base. Then you can put installations, configurations, whatever categories you wanted to put, right? So in my case, what I'm just doing, I'm just showing you how to create a basic category. So I just put the knowledge base, just a generic name, and then under knowledge base, just putting FAQ and instructions, right? Okay, so now this is done, and I will save it. Okay, so now I've saved it. So as you can see, you got the nice looking tree structure here. But the thing is, you might notice, right, your categories are inactive. So what do you do? So you go here, right, and there's an option called this, looking like a torch sign, right? So we just activate it. So once you activate, it will move the content to the active category groups. So, and then do we have anything to save? No, that's good. And what I'll do after that, I'll go to this default data category visibility, because obviously, if you wanted to, if a say, what does it do, right? As you can see that if a user has a role, the data category visibility setting for the role determine the user access. So, so that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to do edit. And so right now by default is none. So you can customize it if you want, which categories you wanted to give, right? Sometimes you don't want it to give access to all categories. Say if you wanted to give only by default, if you only wanted to give access to instructions, you can do that. Or if you want, you can do all categories, right? I'm going to do all for now. It just depends on your business requirement, right? I mean, for now, most companies, what I've seen, they don't often give all categories, they customize it. So, yeah, it's case by case, right? Okay, now that's done. Now, obviously, if you remember, we created a permission set last time, and that permission set is important to give access to the categories, because everything, if you look at the security model, right, the permission set drives the security model in our case. So what I'll do, I will go to the perm set, and I remember there's something called the knowledge perm set, right? This is the one we created. Uh, and what I'll do, there's something called the data category visibility. And I'll edit it. And now here, the same information which I shared with you guys a few seconds ago, that if you wanted to customize it, you can customize it. If you wanted to give access to all categories, you can do that here, which is pretty simple, right? Like I said, right, this depends, like if you're adding a user to this permission set, and if you wanted to limit only access to this, one category, you can do that, or multiple categories, you can do that. Or if you wanted to give access to all, you can do that. Okay. So I've done that. So so that's the prerequisite which I wanted to do in terms of categories before we even started to talk about the articles, right? So that's pretty much I wanted to talk about in today's episode. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday. Adios.